him. That's a man. He's a man. He's in touch with his sensitive side. Just a quick story before I start my speech that Olivia knows all about, but Maria might not. Today, we left the hotel. We all packed in the limo. Everyone was in there. We're driving. We're down 95. We're about 15 minutes down 95, and Olivia says, "Oh shit." She said, "Oh shit." I forgot my flowers, my bouquet. And I was like, oh my god. Are you kidding me? Call the hotel up. Like, hey, room 515.
Don't
the
tell
flowers
them
are
my
in
number.
it. 516. And
we know where the party is now.
So the hotel went up, got the flowers, drove them all the way to the church. Brought him there, and I don't think anyone noticed the difference, except Olivia, because she was sweating the whole time. So I just thought I'd get that out of the way first. I'm just crediting myself as the best man for calling the hotel and think about it, and the best woman who raised the red flag there. So I just wanted to start with that.
Thanks, Dean.
Love you. Anyway, so yeah, besides that, I'd like to start off by saying it's my absolute honor to be next to my best friend. We've been together, not in a weird way, for about over 20 years, and I really love that guy right there. Again, not in a weird way, although Maria might think differently. And I just wanted to say that, Maria, you look absolutely beautiful tonight. I said that like 5 times when I saw you earlier, but you look unbelievable.
Yeah.
Ryan,
not in a weird way.
Your wife looks really beautiful tonight. So on top of that, you guys did an unbelievable job. This place is phenomenal. It's probably the nicest wedding. It is the nicest wedding I've ever seen. It's beautiful. The band, the music at the actual ceremony, just unbelievable. So anyway, it wasn't really much of a shock to me when Ryan called me to be to tell me that I was his best man. Actually, he didn't even get to tell me. I was just like, so who else is going to be in the bridal party with us?
Very true. Very true.
So when I talked to obviously when Ryan told me that I was going to be the best man, I took a few months to think about what I was going to say. And then just a couple days ago, I sat down to really think about how I was going to compile it all together. I really put. Yeah. Actually, I did this morning. So I put three things on the top of my list about what really sticks out for Ryan, and the 3 topics with some subtopics below it. First thing.
Yeah, it's true. I feel your pain.
This just describes Ryan to a T. That's pretty much what I'm doing with these 3 things. First thing, Ryan's always been the type of guy to push all the limits. Doesn't matter. Anywhere he is, anytime, any day, he's pushing limits. He's seeing how far he can get.
Come and see yourself.
He was always the kid in class who would see how many spitballs he could hit at the substitute teacher before he reached their breaking point, until he got kicked out of class. But before he got kicked out of class, he'd say, "Oh, no, give me one more chance, give me one more chance." They'd give him one more chance, and then he'd shoot one more spitball at him. That's just the type of guy he is. Another example, this is kind of a good little story that my family remembers, my mother Mary Ellen and Eddie and Jeremy. We were driving up to UMass to watch the Sutton boys play basketball there. And Ryan noticed that my mom didn't really care if we were swearing or saying the shush word or the F word. That day Ryan broke the Guinness World Record for saying the most F-bombs in one sentence for a 12-year-old boy. It was unbelievable. Actually, I can't forget the sentences he said, but I'll leave those for another time. If anyone wants to have a personal conversation with me, I'll let you guys know. Hopeless romantic. And that's why him and Maria are so beautiful together. The guy is truly a warm-hearted person. And, he just believes in loving love. That's just kind of how he is. So in the 90s, me and Ryan. Yep, 90s. We had a tape player, cassette. I don't know if you kids know about that, but it's like before MP3s happened. It was a cassette that you put in the thing. And it was, one side of it was Boyz II Men, the other side of it was NSYNC, and that's all we listened to. That's kind of when we fell in love. It was really nice, to be honest. But another thing is, with this hopeless romanticism, something that nobody really knows about, maybe a couple of us, but he was actually married before. What? Sorry. It was second grade. Brianna Yacino, right behind the swing set at the elementary school recess. Bria, don't worry, 2 weeks later they got divorced out there. Third thing, number 3, for being a highly intelligent person, Ryan has done some really stupid things. So I just kind of compiled those items that he's done. I actually have to read this because it's kind of lengthy, but there's a lot more. But yeah, I'll keep it nice for you. First thing, number 1 out of 30. No, never mind. In Sun High School, Ryan was known to pretend that he was Zach Morris. One day he stole the biology class final test, made copies of it, and distributed it to the entire student class. Only got suspended for 1 day because, you know, look at him. Also in high school, Ryan was part of the ski club, and they frequented Mount Wachusett. He decided to go to the lodge. A little hungry, I guess. I don't know. Ended up stealing a cheeseburger and stuffing it down his pants, only to get caught by the owner of the mountain and getting kicked out.
Here's Neil Crowley.
This is typical Ryan. In Newburyport, he's known as the Bubblegum Bandit. He reached into an open car window. We won't say whose car it was. Just to grab some gum. I guess he got caught. Big red gun man. I got one more. He once let Miguel Gutierrez smash him in the head with a steel chair, which resulted in 12 staples in his head. He told him to. That was pretty awesome. To compile all these things together, what I really get out of those 3 things, and I hope all of you get it. You know, these really show the type of husband Ryan's gonna be. Ryan will always push the limits on the type of love he'll give you. He'll give you as much as he possibly can because of his hopeless romanticism. But you have to deal with all the stupid shit that happens. All jokes aside, I love the both of you. You guys are awesome. I'm just so happy for the both of you. Just want everyone to raise their glasses and have a toast to Ryan.
Good roast. Good roast. You're dead.